Hey everyone, welcome to Before You Jump. So, we're going to kick into part two of this great episode with Justin and Morgan. It's the first one back since we lost Kels. And in this episode, we talk about him. We talk about Kels. We talk about our favourite memories of him, what made us laugh, and we talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So, I hope you enjoy it. And don't forget, if you want to be on the show, I'd love to have you on. Whether you want to talk about Kels or you want to talk about mental health, or you just want to talk about Mount Rushmore stuff. Hey, love to have you on, love to have a chat. Get in touch and we'll get you on as soon as we can. Thanks. Enjoy the show.
So I went up to see him on his birthday. I don't know if you guys did.
No,
that's all right.
I'm not a big going to grave sites guy.
Yeah, fair enough. Not everyone is. Like my mum's the same. She's like, no, I don't do that, and stuff like that. But I will tell you, I will report this back.
Sure.
It'll make you very happy. Is that you know how he was in like this new row of people?
Yeah.
So everyone in that row, all their graves are decorated, and it's really cool. So. He's got 2 Warriors flags. He's got some other cool things. He's got a WWE title, like a real small one.
All right.
He's got like a little cross, obviously. The flowers are still there, like because they wrapped them in cellophane and stuff like that. They kept like they're plastic, obviously, but like they're still like perfect.
Yeah.
And he's got like one of those wind, those things you put in your lawn. It's like a bird.
Like a pinwheel.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a pinwheel. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got like a bird and the wings fucking go around in the wind and shit like that. So I think next week I'm going to go get some, like, people have, like, solar lights and stuff. And so some people have done, like, the whole thing and it looks amazing.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm like, fucking, okay, I can't have my boy falling behind. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've fucking got to do something here.
It's like the arms race of Christmas decorations in rich neighborhoods.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it is.
Do you think his friends from Golden Dragon Girls can do a show? Because if we get the lighting sorted, and then we just need a pole.
Up there or here?
Well, up there.
Yeah.
I mean, here would be better.
Why not both?
True. We go up there, and this will be the after party. And so yeah, that was pretty cool. I went up with Siobhan and shit, and we fucking fucked around. And then because it was his birthday, another dude turned up, and that was really awesome.
Oh, nice.
So I can't remember that dude's name, but good on him. Shout out to him. He was a real nice guy. And he painted him a little stone with Bret Hart on it.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah, because he was like, we used to always argue who was the best wrestler of all time. And he's like, mine is Bret Hart. And I was like, yeah, you're wrong. But
he's got a valid argument.
I'm not saying Bret Hart's not on the Mount Rushmore. I'm just saying it's not the right answer. So, but then it's like, well, who is? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Tyron.
Yeah.
That's my favorite wrestler.
I mean, if he adopted any of my gimmick ideas, he could be the Paw Patrol.
Like,
like Therese loved that one.
That was good, yeah.
Tyron hated it.
Yeah.
You think? Therese as a wrestler. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to make a Steve Austin joke, but I couldn't remember what your thing was.
Oh, well, yeah,
so-called Steve Austin.
Yeah, in amongst that list of gimmick ideas, I had so-called Steve Austin.
Yeah.
But now I have a shaved head and a goatee, so I've decided I'm going to have that one for myself.
Yeah, damn straight. Yeah. Yeah, so fuck it. I mean, is it enough? Have we talked about him enough?
I don't think so.
God damn it. Why did we spend an hour and a half talking about funerals and movies? Fucking bullshit.
I mean, you said just talk. If you're like, let's focus on Kels, that's what we would have done.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Because this is getting on to like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, should we wrap up with a Kels, like, tell a Kels story? Like a random Kels story.
Yeah, well, I had a couple of things I wanted to bring up.
Go for it. Yeah, fucking do it. Do it.
I just noted down a couple of things.
Go for it.
So one thing that I don't think was ever mentioned on later episodes, but when you had Siobhan here and she was telling about her absolutely harrowing experiences, Kels was not audible on most of that episode.
That's correct.
And the impression might be that he was checked out or didn't care, but no, he was just
it's the opposite.
so crippled with sadness.
Yeah.
And he just didn't know what to say.
Yeah, that was a real hard one to record because before she got here, or the day before, I think we were talking, and I was like, are you good for this? And he's like, yep. And he's like, I've got lots to ask and all that sort of thing. And then she got here and we started recording, and he just like clammed up.
Yeah.
And I could see it. Like he was fucking uncomfortable and shit. So I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm on my own on this one.
Yeah, because there was supposed to be an episode earlier with Siobhan, Kels, and I, and you were out of town.
That's correct.
And Kels was here, and we were like, all right, cool, because we were all gonna do a gig in Hawke's Bay that night.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, cool, we'll have time to record first. And then, we got here and we didn't have all the equipment we needed and whatever. But as we were figuring that out, Kels had sort of wandered outside and ended up collapsed.
Yeah.
Called the ambulance. He was okay, but, it's a relative scale.
Yeah. He was, that's a good point. Okay.
He didn't need further medical attention right away.
Yeah.
But he was definitely not in the position to come on the trip with us or to record or do any of those.
Yeah. We did have a few of those episodes as well. And we also had it a lot, like when we did the 24-hour pod. There were a few times where he...
for sure,
he just had to walk away for a while and shit like that. And yeah, that was a bit harrowing for him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
took a big toll.
Yeah.
And he went out and had his adventures with Gish in the meantime.
Fuck. Yeah.
Is that the way to bounce back? I don't know.
Well, I don't know how much he did during that, but just being around Gish is enough sometimes.
Yeah. And Gish is a real good dude. He is on a lot of drugs. I don't think this is a secret. Yeah. Like, I don't think I'm revealing anything here.
Yeah, if you've met Gish,
Oh, yeah.
He asks you straight away.
Yeah.
Is there a titty house close by?
Yeah, I met his mate Mincer. I opened for him at this random show at a pub in Milson last month.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Or
random.
Or tail end of December. I don't know. Time's weird, but...
Yeah.
It must have been tail end of December, because mate of ours, Craig Laney, who did the course and a couple gigs, he reached out to my friend runs this pub and wants to put a comedy show together. We've got this one guy, I need an opener. I was like,
yeah,
and then because so apparently this guy Mincer, he was good mates with Gish, like they would gig together all the time, and he's very similar style. Very like with the parody songs and same sort of cultural humor.
Gotcha,
and just very rough guts, kind of like funny as fuck, man.
Oh,
but
nice.
Just coincidentally, he took a big break right as I was getting started. So he's been in Palmy this whole time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's just been raising a family.
Yeah.
And so our paths have never crossed with them.
Yeah. It's a great name too.
Yeah. Oh, but he doesn't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a shit name.
he moved on. He was introduced, I think, as the other fella.
Oh yeah.
Which is not representative, because it was very much his crowd there. They were there for him, and they tolerated me, but I was not doing well.
Tolerated you.
And so to have me there, and then they had just one of the other guys, I think either the co-owner or just the guy who runs sort of the bar itself, be the quote-unquote MC, and
oh boy,
he was not prepared for that role. But to have me go off, and then eventually this guy realizes oh wait, I guess I'm supposed to be on stage in between acts. And so he comes on to dead silence. He's like, oh yeah, that was Morgan, and now the other fella. It's like, no, this is the guy you're here to see.
Hype him up, bro.
Even though he's specifically chosen to be called the other fella.
It
was a weird time, man. It was a fun gig though.
Was it?
Well, it was fun to watch him.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's
Fair
what
enough.
it sounds like, and not
We
much
had
else.
these two like industrial-sized fans blowing on the
Oh,
stage the whole
fuck.
time as well,
Jesus.
because there was a band on after us.
Oh, okay.
And also, oh man, they were so precious about their fucking mixer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they were originally not going to let us even plug into it. Yeah, because I have mics just
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
car, you know, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, don't touch any of it. It's like, look, you can be the one physically touching all your settings. I don't
Yeah.
care. You know,
Yeah.
I am qualified enough, you know,
Yeah.
to not fuck it up. But you know, if you're going to be precious about it, great. You can touch all the
control,
stuff.
yeah.
But could we just plug in?
Yeah, yeah.
Could we have a mic
Well,
that
give
goes?
us your mic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But can we, talk into a microphone and have it come out of these speakers so that the audience can hear us?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, it almost was.
Yeah.
It took some real convincing.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That's weird, eh? People are like that, though. Eh?
Yeah.
Just fucking can't.
Yeah, I didn't stick around for the band.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They just sound like assholes.
Yeah.
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 What else you got?
Yeah. Did you have something, Justin?
I'm thinking. So there are two things that come to mind. The more sort of serious one is that time we had Jerome come up at the Globe.
Oh yeah.
Kels just finished off his set, and he was in such dire pain.
Oh,
He
yeah,
came
yeah.
in to the green room. It was just friends, and he was crying. He was screaming.
Yeah.
He was shaking. And as soon as Jerome went in, Kels just flipped a switch,
Yeah.
and it was like, "Hey, how is it going, bro?" Like just completely.
Yeah.
But you could.
Yeah, like we could tell it was strange. It
Yes.
was like halfway towards like in Friends when Joey's got that hernia that he's pushing in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, hey, Billy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was such a sharp turn that
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's doing this all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because every time at Comita Vino, after he would do a set, he would disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like if Luke was in town, like they'd go get high in his van or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
Not just
was
at
it Luke?
Comita
No,
Vino,
Marcus.
wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Luke had already left the country, but yeah, but if that wasn't available, or he would just go somewhere to fucking deal with the pain, because like just the adrenaline rush of performing, of all that anxiety that leads into it is just wreaked havoc on his organs,
Yep. So that stands out to me. The other thing isn't so much a story as a question that I have. I still never figured out how much he fucked. Because boy, does he has lots of stories. And we have someone verbally say that it's bullshit. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, so I was...
Yeah, it is the one thing I think about sometimes, like, should we get Kiana to do a bit of research in his Facebook chats?
Well, she has.
Oh, okay, so we can ask her.
I don't know. I don't think she wants to talk about it. But like,
No, I mean, yeah, that's perfectly valid.
when I saw her last, I went over to see them, and I said, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "You don't have to answer this." She goes, "What?" I said, "Since your dad's passed, obviously you had to go through his phone to find things." I was like, "Did you learn a lot about your dad?" She's like, "Way more than I wanted to know."
Yeah.
She's like,
Okay.
there was a lot on his phone that we didn't want to know about.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, okay."
Because, well, this is the thing, and that could be multiple things, right? That
Yeah.
could be
Yeah, that's
drugs,
vague
that
enough.
could
It could be anything.
like,
Yeah.
that could be, shady characters or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But also, I mean, like, oh, the dogs are here. Okay, I'm getting very distracted now. Don't attack me. I'm trying to tell a story.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, go. Off you go. Off you go. Out.
Okay,
Oh, wait, she doesn't take your cord.
yeah.
Out. Off you go. Go.
Go, doggy.
Nugget. Nugget. Out. Out.
All right.
And continue. Actually,
Oh.
I might just close the door. Keep talking.
Yeah. So it was always like
He would talk a big game.
he would talk a big game, and he would talk a big game about everything. So to a point where it's like, how much of this is true? And if, like, I think some of it is true.
Yeah, well, because I met his friend, I believe she was from Brazil. They met in Thailand.
Yeah.
And she lived in Queenstown, but she came up to see him in the hospital.
Yeah.
I was witness to that, and I believe the things he said about that relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
ultimately,
believe that one.
that they always, sort of orbited, right? Like they, if they were in the same place and time, things would happen, but the timing just never worked out.
So it's like, I saw the nurse flirt with you. Did you actually fuck her in the bathroom? I know you said you needed to take Viagra, so did you have supply then?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and then it's like, so like she's like, hey, we want to go, let's go to the bathroom right now. Are you like, well, let me wait 45 minutes, like,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of stories like that. She was like, oh, there's an audience member that we all know. It's like, yeah, we got it on. She's rowdy. And then I asked her at the funeral.
Yeah, which I don't know the wisdom behind this.
Hey, look, I was trying to break the ice, just trying to make small talk. Yeah. She's like, no, that never happened. I've been
married for 14 years or something.
Yeah, exactly.
There was also the other nurse and the security guard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember the most.
I witnessed the flirting with the security guard.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the flirting,
Yeah.
But
But I don't know anything about that.
And he would say stuff like, "Yo, I'll get head on at the supermarket while I'm like buying my cans of baked beans." I was like, "Really?"
And there was the girl at the food bank that he on this show had a long and storied
That's right.
thing of like, oh,
Pretty
is she
brown
into
girl.
me? Is it
Yeah, pretty brown girl. Was that her name? Is that what
Oh,
it
I don't remember, but it was always it was like, oh, should I make a move, or is it like embarrassing that I'm here even? And what is that? What message does that put across?
Yeah.
Like, I
Dunno.
believe he's charismatic, but it's like, well, I also have evidence now that he lies about these things sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much?
I think there's definitely some truth in some of it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I
all
believe
of
it.
Not saying all of it, but some of
Yeah.
it. I think there's definitely some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? And is that a
They were fun
strategy? Like,
stories.
does that make him more attractive when he's
I
like
don't know.
saying, "Oh, these girls are after me,"
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Ooh, he must be a catch."
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a philosophy that goes around that. I don't know how much validity is in it, but some people say the attractiveness in males from females comes from like, oh, other people want him, well, he must be worth something.
Yeah.
I think it definitely comes down to the type of female you want.
Yeah,
of course,
that's
of
quite
course.
likely.
If you want the kind of female who's like, oh, he gets lots of ass, oh, I want a piece.
Right.
Then definitely, but if you're kind of like, oh, I just kind of want to settle down and have some kids, those stories ain't gonna work. So, and I don't think he was aiming for the latter. He was just aiming for some.
From time to time, because it got a bit blurry towards the end, or I mean, not quite towards the end, but when he was still out and about.
Yeah.
But there was at least one girl that he was saying that like, oh yeah, he's quite serious about, but
I know.
Yeah,
Know what
but
you mean.
just what does commitment even look like when you're in hospital that much, and
Yeah,
the
that I
forecast
believe.
is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well, because we had long talks about like, he's like, exactly what you said. He's
Yeah.
like, well, I can't give her a lot because I don't know how long I got.
Yeah.
I'm like, but that's her choice.
Yeah.
That's what I keep saying to him. It's like, that's not your choice.
Yeah,
I was like,
don't deprive both of you.
Yeah.
Just
like, why be miserable? Like, why
Yeah.
not be happy? And I'm like, if you lay your cards out on the table, honestly, and be like, look, I can only be with you once a fortnight at best.
You're right. Yeah.
Otherwise you're just gonna be nursing me the whole time. I've probably got maybe X amount of time left.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. He always told everyone a different amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
nobody
we didn't
really
know.
knew.
Yeah. I mean, it was ultimately impossible to tell, really.
Yeah. He knew. No one else knew. Oh, the doctors probably knew, but like,
Well, I mean, they had told him he wouldn't see 40. They were right.
Yeah, they were
But
right.
but they also, they didn't expect him to live through so many of the things that happened.
Oh fuck no.
Like the fact that he got through a MRSA infection is miraculous. Like people die from that all the time.
Yeah, and especially because he's got no immune system.
Yeah.
And he still fucking beat it. So, But like, I was like, look, lay all your cards out on the table and be honest and be like, this is what you're in for. If you still want to do that, that's fine. But if you don't, no hard feelings. You know?
Yeah.
And he was always like, I don't know if I should. I'm like, just fucking pull thumb or get out. You know.
Pull thumb or get out? What does that mean?
I don't know. It's just a saying I say.
Yeah, shit or get off the pot.
Shit or get
that
off the
kind of
pot.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the meaning.
Yeah.
Is it like a pull the finger thing? Is my thumb up my ass and you have to pull
That's
it?
how I read it.
Yeah.
Is that like
Pull your thumb out of your ass
yeah.
and go get it done, or
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
How many thumbs were up asses for that to be a
really
saying?
off topic here, but yeah. I mean, one.
Well, I mean, Kels is
that
cool and all,
enough?
but like, I've got my own passions
Yeah.
and things that I want to talk about. You know?
I love thumbs in the ass.
Yeah, man.
I would imagine it's one thumb.
Can we outsource it? Is that a thing that?
Put someone else's thumb up your ass? Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm a member of a website where I could probably find that out. I mean,
You're a member of the website. It's not just Reddit, is it?
no, it's a bit more dedicated. A lot less varied.
Okay. 4chan.
Yeah, pull thumb. I don't know. I don't know where I even heard that.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kels was a bit funny like that. It was a bit like, fucking, I banged 9 chicks. It's like, did you though?
He told me one time that he was barely touching a girl and she already came and he made her orgasm 9 times that night.
I think that story may have been the other way around.
He came!
I tell you what,
Barely
I am
touched
more
him.
impressed if he came 9 times
God.
in a night. That's incredible.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much each time? Was it
I
just
wish I had that kind of refractory, you know?
Towards the end, it was just probably dust. It was like,
It's actually just the same amount of cum split 9
Yeah.
times. Yeah. It's like meal planning.
oh,
Yeah.
But-
yeah, there was some fucking outrageous stories.
Yeah, but so
yeah.
that kind of leads me to the next one is, I'm sure I told you guys about when they moved him to a totally different ward, but he was
yes.
so out of it
100%.
that he didn't realize he was in a different ward. So
Yeah.
so like he was in hospital for the quote unquote better part of 2 years, right?
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
was
yeah.
institutionalized as such.
He was in more than he was out. That's
Yeah,
for damn
so
sure.
he was basically treating it like it was his home. He was like free
totally.
reign. He would put his drinks in the staff fridge.
Yeah.
you know, he would shower using the staff showers. You know,
Yeah.
all this shit. And I don't know why you'd need to use the staff showers. It seems like the ward shower is pretty privatized to begin
Yeah.
with. But whatever. So he was so like out of it from painkillers and sleep deprivation and whatever else is going on that he didn't remember that he was in a different ward. So he was just wandering around like grabbing snacks and you know and using the shower in a ward where the staff were not familiar with him.
No.
and he got confronted by someone who he naturally assumed they were in the wrong place.
Yeah.
And he's like, how dare you talk to me like that? I do this all the time. Ask
Yeah.
anyone.
Wow.
And obviously they got real vulgar about
They
it
got
as he
pretty
does.
shitty. Yeah.
And they were like threatening to kick him out of the hospital.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck. It was so funny.
Yeah. I'd like to read that letter because
Oh, yeah.
that sounds like it makes me think, what does it take to be denied like a human right? What does it take to get kicked out of hospital in a country where we have public health care?
Yeah. It's not like his
Wow.
insurance is expired.
Right.
They're like, well, we're not going to treat
Yeah,
you.
because like he got close
Yeah,
apparently.
several times.
Like he would vape in his bed all the time.
God,
He would smoke
yes.
weed on the hospital premises
Yeah.
like constantly.
Right outside the door.
Yeah. And so it was good that he was buddy with all the security guys.
Which was legit. He was,
Yeah.
because I was there several times.
Yeah.
Where they'll be like, bro, please, please don't smoke here.
Yeah. After that, I would hear him talking to them, like when
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with him. Yeah, they're in the background, and he's
Yeah.
like, It's like, oh man, he was pushing every boundary
Yeah.
he could. And what are you gonna say to him? Like, oh, you can't smoke weed, because you're about to die.
'Cause even the nurses were like, "Go have a smoke."
Yeah, well, apparently, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. Certainly, I don't know any names, but apparently, one of them was supplying him.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
That's
end,
the one that he said he fucked.
not in the end, not in the last visit where he was there and he couldn't go outside. The one prior to that. I think everyone was supplying him.
It wouldn't surprise
Everyone?
me.
Well,
They're
don't
all
wanna-
dealers?
no, like I think everyone who had weed would take him weed,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
and so he kind of just ended up with a fuck ton of weed.
And then he resold it.
I think he was giving it to. I don't want to. I don't want to throw people under the bus, but like, I think there was definitely like. I think there was definitely times where people would shop and be like, "Oh, I bought you a couple joints," or "Hey, I bought you some edibles."
Yeah.
You know, and then he'd be like, "Oh, fucking, I've been hanging out for it," and then I kind of think it just went in the collection. You know what I mean? Like, I think there was a lot of people.
A lot of the time, he would forget he had it.
That's true too. That's very true.
It takes him a lot to forget that.
Because I know there was. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think I want to tell this story.
The National Party's listening. They're already cutting a lot of health.
Put it this way,
Let's
there was a
not.
lot of. There was one time I went with him. I went to see him, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot to bring you your Powerade," and he was like, "Oh, bro, don't worry, I've got Powerade." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "I want to go outside and drink my Powerade." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, let's go."
Hey, you want to go outside and smoke some Powerade?
Yeah.
Winky face.
Yeah, you forget half the code.
Yeah.
Hey, I put some extra kush in my Powerade. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
And
a new
then
strand.
after his funeral, when I've met a lot of people, you know, who I hadn't met before,
Yeah.
they were telling me like, "Oh yeah, I'll take him like all this like once a week." I was dropping. I was like,
Right.
"Really?
Yeah, I believe that.
Wow."
He's got a lot of connections.
Oh yeah, I mean he's the type of dude where you meet him once and you're his best. Like you're friends with him for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, that's how it was.
Yeah, like fucking yeah. I think all three of us definitely met him once and we're like, "Yep, friends for life."
Yeah.
There was no
because
break-in period.
Yeah, because I met him during the course when
Yeah.
when he was taking it, and I immediately I was like, "Hey man, what's your deal? Let's hang out." And there was another guy in the course. I was like, "I don't ever want to see that guy again."
Yeah. Who was that?
Oh, I'm not going to name names on the
I thought
pod.
it was only him and Therese.
No, there were a handful of other people
Oh,
at the
okay.
first session.
Oh yeah, and they never came back. Sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot of those. Yeah, fun times. Well, it was hard going to the hospital, but fucking yeah, there was some fun times.
Yeah.
Recording in the elevator was just some of the most fun I've ever
Oh my
had
gosh.
Yeah.
at a hospital.
It was hilarious.
And I've gotten laid at a hospital, so
Yeah.
to be like this was better.
Yeah.
You've got laid in the hospital?
Yeah, I used to work at a hospital. I got laid once.
Is that better or worse? I can't tell.
It was amazing. It was in the
Not the sets.
And
It's
the
like-
ethics.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
like
the sex was like whatever, but like it was like and to make it worse, I fucking shouldn't say this, but fuck it, statute of limitations and stuff. It was with a nurse. Oh, a nurse is. Was she a nurse or was she like a health assistant? I don't know. She had a nurse uniform, so fucking that's a nurse, right?
Sure.
And she worked in the children's ward, and I used to deliver the meals, and we would always flirt when I delivered the meals. And one day where she was like, "Well, I just finished my shift," and I was like, "Oh, cool." She's like, "I'm gonna go have a shower." I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, enjoy your shower." She's like, "Do you want to come with me to the shower?" I was like, "Yeah." No.
just straight up.
Never mind, I was literally working.
Yeah.
And like due back. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, these sick kids aren't going to get their dinner.
Oh, I delivered the dinner. And
You're like, this isn't going to take me long.
yeah.
I'll still be on time.
Yeah. And so she's like, come on, then we went to the female showers. And
Come on, what?
exactly. And yeah, that was it. Anyway, yeah, fucking good times. That episode we did in the podcast was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Just because like the doctors would walk in and be like, "Can we have some drugs?" And they'd be like, "No." I'd be like, please. I'm like, this dude's already on all your drugs. I just want some to like, match his high. Yeah. That was a fucking fun thing we did. What else is on your list? It looks like you got a lot.
So the only other bit I had there was literally the last episode was called Get Yourself a Morgan.
Oh, yeah, it was called Get Yourself a Morgan. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You were on it, eh?
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It was you were doing a bunch of Mount Rushmores, and in amongst it, you were talking about how you'd both been through some pretty tough times.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and we'll fucking one-upping you. We'll, like, upping you to everyone.
Yeah,
like,
basically say, hey, this guy, even if he hasn't experienced what we're going through, he's always there. And
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We're like, get yourself a Morgan. Yeah, fuck
yeah. And so I remember listening to that while driving to the hospital to see him.
Oh, fuck.
And it's this weird thing of having a parasocial relationship with people who I am legitimately friends with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, I listen to a million podcasts, right? And, you know, like, I could say, oh, I feel like I know Paul F. Tompkins or Jen Kirkman or Pete Holmes. Yeah. Any of these people, right? Yeah. But, yeah, getting that same feeling of being like sort of the outside of this thing that I'm already on the inside of.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally going to see one of these guys, right? And the other guy might already be there.
Yeah. There's a good chance. Yeah, if it's after 4:30, there's a good chance we would both turn up at the same time. Fuck, I forgot about that. For some reason in my head, I thought the last episode was with Maggie.
No, oh my God, what an episode, though.
I know, I want to get her back on.
Yeah, I love Maggie, and just because, obviously she's had her own health issues, and we haven't seen her regularly for a long time.
Yeah.
But hearing her absolute cackling, just losing her shit at the scenarios that Kels was putting out, it warmed my heart to no end.
Yeah. And then there was one other episode. So the Get Yourself a Morgan wasn't the last episode.
Oh.
So here we go, big reveal. There was one more. But it was so bad, I couldn't release it. And I deleted it.
Oh. You deleted the raw files?
I deleted the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
So bad how?
Okay, well, he's gone now, so I don't feel too bad about this. But, like, he turned up on a lot of drugs. And not all illegal drugs.
Right.
Like, he was on a lot of pain meds.
Yeah. I get it.
And stuff like that. And so he was like, oh, let's record. And it was just him babbling for an hour.
Right.
It was just unlistenable towards the end. So I'm like, I can't put this out.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. Like, I know we're like one take no matter what. But I was like, this is.
But you don't have to release that take.
Yeah.
I can't one take it no more.
Yeah. This is just unlistenable. So I'm like, nah, it's going. And then I was just like, if I don't delete it, I'll be like, I'll put it out.
Right.
And then so I'm like, no, just delete it.
You're like, oh, I lost it.
Oh, I told him.
Yeah.
And then, because I even talked to Morgan about it, I was like, fuck, bro, I don't know what to do. This episode's so bad. And it was the shit. And in the end, I just said to him, like, bro, that episode, I can't. I've deleted it. And he's like, why? I was like, dude, you're incoherent. Like, I mean, everything he says, you can understand it. But I was like, you don't even finish sentences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you start something and then you move to something else and then you move to something else. I was like, but it's not listenable. Like, it just feels like I've chopped sentences and put them together.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah. He was really apologetic. I was like, don't apologize, bro. I was like,
yeah, it's like this,
you're in
this shit
pain.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, you're in pain and stuff like that. I said, I should have known. I should have stopped recording and be like, hey, let's do this again, tomorrow. Or something like that. So I was like, but I let it go as well, so I'm just as guilty. So
Yeah.
yeah. So, but fucking whatever. I don't regret it.
Yeah.
Because I think if anyone listened to it, they'll...
Yeah, it wouldn't be much of a legacy.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, we left on a... I thought it was Maggie. But now I realise we left on a real high. Do you know what I mean? Like, we did one more really good episode.
Yeah.
Well, like, we did 2 good last episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking really happy with that. You know what I mean? Like, if I look back, I'm like, not every episode was a banger. But, like, the majority were good. You know?
Yeah. And his last stand-up was, one of his best.
Fuck yeah.
because like Nathan Bond was emceeing, and he gave Kels some shit at his opening bit. He's like, oh yeah, over here, he's a sick or whatever, and and like Kels knew that he was going to do it. Like he was in on it, and he was playing it up. He's like, hey, why you say fuck me for? That sort of thing. And just throughout the night, there were sort of some back and forths, and he went up last.
Yeah.
And he threw his material out.
Yeah.
He was like, he was like, all right, I've got some shit to say. Hey, I can do puns too. He just went on this whole 6-minute rant. And it was beautiful. And like we talked about reading the room. This was the perfect reading of the room. Everyone was just fully in it. And when he's done with his ranting, he goes, hey, Morgs, how much time have I got? I'm like, about 8 seconds. And I knew that if I had told him, like, oh, you've got a minute, he wouldn't be able to judge that. He'd go on for another 5, 6, 10. Like, if I let him start his material, he's just going to go on forever. Because he did have kind of a trend of, like, doing all of his material every time. And
he wanted to make the most out of it.
And fair enough.
Totally.
Like I wouldn't do it over.
Exactly.
But in that moment, I'm like, all right, well, this is perfect. This is a great crescendo. I'm just going to be honest about what's on the clock here.
That's great.
And he's like, oh, okay, well, fuck it. It's like, well, I can't finish unless Morgan flashes me anyway. So when he flashes me, oh, I'm done.
That was fucking great.
And he's like, hey, my name's Kels, fuck you all. And then it doesn't get picked up on the camera because I was a little bit zoomed in compared to where he was. But he throws the microphone.
Oh, that's right.
He underhand throws the microphone to Nathan, but he doesn't realize that he's standing on the cord. And so it like whips at him. And Nathan, to his credit, despite being in his 50s and physically disabled to some degree, he caught that shit.
That's right. Because I fucking asked him afterwards, I was like, did you fucking plan that with him? Like, did you tell him afterwards I'm going to throw that? He's like, nah. I was like, fuck. That was brilliant.
It really
it was
was.
Definitely one of his best ever scenes. 100% one of the best ever. Fucking, one of my favourite bits, and I'm not trying to take credit, not at all, was the black dog bit.
Because you guys sort of hashed it out in the podcast.
We just fucking were talking about it, and then I can't quite remember. I do kind of remember like, you should do that. I was like, nah, bro, that was all you. I was like, that is your bit. Like, you've got to go do that. And he's like, okay, I will. And it was just, he fucking nailed it. Because he could do the voice.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
cut him carrots. Go for a walk.
The rhythm of that bit is so brilliant.
Oh, it's so good. And he just pulls it off in the screaming.
Because being able to switch from the whoa, whoa, whoa to the absolute scream. Oh, no, it's got to be. Because I don't have that range.
Fuck no. Oh, he just nailed it.
Just being able to switch on a dime. Oh, it's beautiful.
Have you guys had any? Because what I've had a lot of. What I miss the most is, I mean, obviously I miss hanging out and shit, but what I fucking miss the most is just being able to message him and be like, bro, guess what?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like I've almost got my dad ready to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, my dad was like, oh yeah, I'll watch it one day and stuff like that. And I've been like, bro, you know, I was like, and the way I've sort of convinced...
You sold him on it.
I've sold him on it was I was telling him about some of the... I was like, I think what sold him on was mine... Kels' favourite thing, one of our favourite bits was like eating cat food to go to sleep because it's so random, eh? It's just so out the box of like,
trying to unpack Charlie's logic.
Oh shit, it's just so funny. And so like that was the first one when he passed was like, trying to be like. Because I was like, oh bro, I literally went to message him and I typed half the message before I was like, oh fuck. I can't even send it. You know what I mean? So I missed that the most. And then the other day, Jen did a whole like, do you know what I miss the most? And I was like, what? She goes, I was at the kids' school. So him and Jen had this running thing where whenever he would come over, he would go like, heard any more good names.
Oh, yeah.
He
the
loved
tragedies
hearing
of the world.
tragic names,
Yeah.
And he would just cackle when she would say some of them. One of them was Absidy, which is ABCD.
Oh,
He fucking loved it. And Blue Shine. And the other day,
Shine.
Jen goes, I fucking really wanted to message Kels. I was like, why? Which is really odd for her to say.
Yeah.
I was like, why? And she was like, oh, I heard some names. And he would. One of them was Captain.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, he
Well, see,
would have just fucking
I
loved it.
thought you couldn't
Yeah.
use any kind of title or rank as a name. in
No,
New
but
Zealand.
they often will put it as a middle name and spell it different.
Yeah.
Pfft,
Yeah. And so.
that's even worse.
Yeah, and she had a bunch, and I was like, oh, fuck, yeah. So I definitely miss that. That's one of the things I miss the most is just like... And also, like, we would just fucking sit here in silence sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, when we weren't recording, sometimes we'll just sit here. Just be in each other's company, and then he'll just do some random shit.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just be sitting there, and and like one day he's just like, we're just quiet, like I'm on my phone, he's just chilling, and then like music's going, and then he just starts going, dental plan, listen, his braces, dental plan, and he did it for like 2 minutes straight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
said nothing else, but dental plan, listen, his braces, dental plan, for 2 minutes, and then I'm pissing myself laughing. And then he just picks up his phone and goes back to messaging. I'm like, fuck, all right. And he's like, and then
He was
after,
just possessed for 2 minutes.
yeah, and after a few seconds, he's like, oh, sorry, bro, that was in my head. I was like, all right. He's
Yep.
like, I just had to get it out. I was like, yeah, cool, all right.
Yeah.
I get it. Let's move on. Yeah, fucking random shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking miss it.
I miss seeing him eat.
Yeah, and that's not since he died. That's like the last 2 years I've missed seeing
Yeah,
him eat.
basically.
Yeah. Him
Is-
absolutely wolf down food like I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And I eat fast, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I eat
that's
fast.
true, yeah.
But this
Yeah.
guy, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Although, yeah, you paid him back spiritually because, he couldn't stop talking about that time you were high and, like, kneeling down in front of the kitchen counter, wolfing down that egg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he
Those egg
loved that
sandwiches.
so much. He was like, he goes like, bro, he's like, Justin had this content, happy look on his face. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, it was one of my first time making that specific egg
Yeah.
sandwich. I was really proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking good.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, runny, had
Yeah,
some ham.
they are very good.
Yeah. I made the mistake, and I fucking only ever did it once, of saying, oh, we'll go to Wendy's, bro. He's like, okay. And I was like, I'll pay.
That's going to cost you.
And he's like, oh, no. I was like, nah, bro. My shout. He's like, oh, okay.
How much?
And I knew he was going to order a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he was like, I might have thirds,
Yeah.
and I was like, the bank is closed, mate.
How much did it cost?
I think it was like $80.
Damn.
all up.
Jesus.
And you should have heard Jen rip me a new asshole. She's like, I thought you were taking us to lunch, not the whole fucking town. Who else was there? I was like, just us. And she's like, there's no way you guys ate $40 each. I was like, no, there is no way.
That's true.
I said, I had like a $20 combo.
Yeah.
I was like, the rest was him.
Yeah.
And she did not believe. She's like, there is no fucking way. I was like, he got a dessert.
How quickly do you think he could eat a pizza?
Very.
Like
Well,
a minute?
okay.
Two?
Yeah, like at his prime. Yeah.
Yeah. If it was like a thin crust, I reckon about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Like a thin crust pepperoni, I reckon you could.
Yeah, because
Put it
he would
away.
just fold two slices
Yeah.
Two
the way that
slices.
people fold a New York slice.
Yeah, yeah. You'd
Two,
almost not-
literally 2 slices, 3 bites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Literally.
There was,
And it wouldn't have taken him a long time to wolf it down. It was just like,
Yeah.
done.
there was that night, and Morgan was witness to this. There was that night we recorded, the three of us, and we went inside, and Jen had made homemade pizza.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
right.
she makes them in these. She makes them square in these big, like cookie trays. Do you know what I mean? With sides,
Yeah.
and they're like this thick.
Yeah.
And then topping.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. And 17 slices he had, and we didn't stop him. We're just like, okay, let's see how far he goes.
Yeah.
And she had to keep making them. She's just like, I guess I better make some more. One night, okay, sorry, and I'm sorry if anyone's heard the story, but one night she wanted to try something new. She goes, okay, this is before Taco Bell was here.
Right.
She goes, I've seen this thing they make called Crunch Wraps.
Yeah.
And I watched a TikTok of someone making them. She goes, I'm going to make Crunch Wraps. I was like, okay. And so me and Kels record. We go inside and she's like, I'll make your Crunch Wraps for you. We're like, okay. So she makes his first, right? And these things take about 5 minutes to cook each. But she can only cook one at a time.
Yeah.
You know? So she makes his and brings it into him. And she goes to make mine. By the time she brings it, his plate is empty.
Yeah, I
And he
believe it.
had already been finished for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she goes, what? And he goes, I ate it. And she's going, and these things were like the size, this big, the size of a plate.
Yeah, chunky.
Yeah, they're huge. And she's just like, oh, well, do you want some more? He's like, 2 more. I'm like, okay. And had to go fucking make him more.
Like competitive eater levels of.
Yeah. He should have, that's what he should have
Oh
done.
my god, yeah, forget the poker.
Oh, man. He could have cleaned up.
It's so funny because, like, now I know, I've seen him with pictures winning awards and stuff for poker, but I never knew if he was actually good at it because he always boasted. And then I asked Jerry at the Globe once because Jerry used to run the free poker nights, multiple nights a week. And then I was like, is Kels actually good at poker? And it's like, I've never seen Kevin do anything good at the poker table.
But that's how Jerry would say it anyway.
But it's a different league. He didn't go to Jerry's one that much. There's still a luck component. But I was like,
He did win a few tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won
know.
MVP,
I don't know the caliber of people playing.
Yeah.
I mean, you
who
still have to
knows,
be really
but-
good to,
Yeah.
to have consistency,
You also
right?
have to be able to see the fucking cards. And that's the bit that I was like, how do you... He's like, I just
Unless
hold a
you
real
bluff
fucking-
really well.
Dude, do you know there's this guy, he's a card mechanic, that's what the term is.
Yeah.
And, he could, like, rig the deck like crazy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all he does. There's a documentary about him. It's absolutely insane. He could, like, shuffle a million times. He'll get the exact order of the cards right. Like, perfect
Wow.
every time. And then halfway through the documentary, you find out he's blind. Where you're like,
wow.
holy
So does
shit.
it have to start from your standard?
He opens a new pack every
Yeah.
time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's
He
no way you
knows-
could start
he
from
knows,
random.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
boy, are there lots of...
Yeah.
Like, just imagine his house. There'll be, like, random playing cards fucking everywhere.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like... If you like people going into cigarettes, but worse.
You'd really want a card playing company. I don't know who makes cards. I fucking don't know any, but like
Yeah, I don't know.
to fucking sponsor you. Do you know what I mean? Like I got a deck of cards. Here we go. Who makes these? You really want Maiden. I know. PRC. The Made in China. Oh, here we go.
Made in China.
Here we go.
That's not the name of the company.
Cart Classics. You really want Cart Classics to be like, I will sponsor you with like 90 packs of cards a month or week.
Yeah.
Whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like,
unless
you
you got...
exclusively use our cards.
Unless they got sales from that, it'll be hard to...
That's true.
Yeah, he'd have
Put
to
it through,
like
right?
shout them out.
Yeah, sell them as he's
Yeah.
doing the show or whatever.
When I'm cheating at poker, I only use classics.
I only
Suddenly they
use
lose all their casino
NordVPN.
deals.
Yeah,
What? Yeah.
that's interesting. So, sorry. That's on
Sure.
the side. This one says on the side, wherever it was, Maiden. It doesn't say it anymore. Oh, here we go. Made in PRC, so People's Republic of China. That's cool. And then on the front it says Made in BWCD. So it
Big
says
white dick.
big white
creme brulee.
cock dick. No, BWCD.
Black white cassette disc.
Yeah, that's exactly
A
it.
compact disc, I guess.
I was
No,
ho-
that's CD. This is BWCD. Come on, Morgan. Get with it. Get with the program.
I was hoping if I said that, Justin would be like, "Oh, I know what that means."
Why? Why, Dylan?
Yeah, he's not from the PRC. What are you talking about?
No, but you're from like that part of the world. All right. I'm racist.
Wellington?
Yeah, Wellington.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting you're born here. Yeah, sorry, it's just my extreme racism.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trump's really rubbing off on me. I'm just like, deport him. Deport. Yeah. Okay,
He's
cool.
not here. We're going to deport him to
wish
America.
All right. Do we want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
You said you had an idea for the end?
Always wrap up.
So this is the new thing we're going to do in the episodes, right?
Okay.
We tried to do this with Kels, but it just didn't work.
Is it keep it to a time frame?
Yeah. Yeah, I wish.
Finish in 6 minutes?
Yeah, which of course that was the other brilliant element of his last set, is that he finally kept
He
the time.
nailed it. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I was a good podcast host, I would have had this prepared. But what we're going to do is I want to start doing a fucking quick fire round
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
at the end of
Classic.
at the end of each episode. Now, the problem with the quick fire round is you have to remember where you saved the quick fire round.
Yeah.
Shall we buy you some time?
Yeah, keep telling Kel stories and all.
All right. Morgan, start beatboxing.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right,
That's a callback, people.
you beatbox and I'll add some like keys into it. Okay, I'll add some melodies. Okay.
Boom.
It's probably under Q. No, I think about it.
Boom. 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 So, on behalf of Tracy, I'll say what she misses most.
Oh yeah, please. That'd be nice.
It is she's gotten quite into wrestling over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
It's not something I tried to get her into. It was just I watch it, and,
Yeah.
and Graydon comes around and we play the games and such, and she
Yeah.
just sort of like, oh yeah,
It's almost
eventually,
like by osmosis.
yeah,
She's-
yeah, just sort of caught on to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a big highlight for her was having that to talk to Kels about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like after a big pay-per-view or whatever, we'd go visit him and, yeah, we'd all talk about it. And so whenever something exciting to her happens in wrestling, she's like, oh, man, I really wish I could talk to Kels about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to miss that too.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
And also, new comedy specials coming out.
Yeah.
Being able to talk to her about new comedy specials.
Yeah, and it's something I recognized very early on, and I realized I just have to make peace with it because, like, as we all keep living, as things in the world keep happening, you know, of course we would want to share it with our friend, but
Yeah.
you know,
100%.
yeah, it's you just have to be like, all right, that's not a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In saying that, look, I'm not going to lie, and I've said this to a few people, probably to both of you guys as well, is that fucking in my head I still talk to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I still tell him shit in my head because I want his response.
Yeah, I still hear his voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, same. Totally. And I probably will to the day I die. Especially him, like, giving me shit. You know. Yeah, so anyway, fucking speed round. Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. Some of these are original, some of these are pulled. Some
Sure.
of these are stolen straight from Having a Laugh.
What are you, AI? Fuck.
Okay,
Stealing content.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeez. Oh.
here we go. It's only a few questions. Best hot drink.
The caramel white chocolate that Caltex used to do.
Oh, okay.
Wow, just hot chocolate. Guess
Just
I'm
hot
fucking
chocolate?
basic.
Yeah. I'm with you, Justin.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate. McCafe.
Not every day, though. Every day is
That's a lot of
cup
hot
of
chocolate.
tea.
Yeah, I'll do
Oh,
a
yeah, cup of
McCafe,
coffee, yeah.
McCafe hot chocolate without the extra chocolate dust on the top for me.
Yeah.
Because that just is a little bit much.
Also only like one marshmallow.
Yeah,
It gets too sweet with more than that.
fair enough.
My personal thing. But I'm with Justin. Like, I have a hot chocolate, but everyday drink is a cup of coffee. Okay. What was the last song you totally jammed out to? So you put it on, you sang, you danced, you fucking really got off on it.
Oh, that's easy for me.
Yeah?
Mustard! Just been watching the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show.
okay. I was going to be like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. All right. It's a bit of a deeper cut. Is Why Don't You and I from Santana featuring Chad Kroger.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a real.
yeah. That was the real flashback because it was like, 2004, I want to say.
Yeah, I remember that album.
Yeah, and like I was on the way back from Wellington and just listening to all sorts of other songs, and then like something had a similar kind of melody and just like a little bit of it, and like my brain works in that way.
Yeah,
I put those connections together. I was like, oh shit, I haven't thought about that song in forever. I threw that on and really rocked out.
Oh wow, Chad Kroger, go. No, but Tito Santana, fucking the man.
Well, I mean, Tito Santana's a different guy. Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana, yeah, sorry. Tito Santana's my uncle.
That's Tio Santana.
Yeah.
Tito Santana.
What was the last thing you ate?
Fucking porridge.
Wow.
Pineapple, winky face.
Okay.
Yeah, to all the ladies out there, Justin's on a big pineapple juice kick.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
I sell the product by the can.
You got that tasty squirt. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Mountains, I guess. I like the beach, but I can't. I get fried real easily.
Yeah, they both have their downsides, certainly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'd very pale and susceptible to things.
Yeah.
But also I'm wildly unfit and, not going to climb a mountain anytime soon.
Exactly. I like looking at them.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're asking. Is like, would I like to spend an afternoon there, or where would I like my ashes spread?
No, it's like, where would you like, okay, if you could go for a day, would you rather go to the beach or to the mountains?
I mean, the mountains because there's shade.
Yeah.
Is it that? Have you been to Desert Road? No shade.
Yeah.
Well,
We've been to
I
the
won't go
desert
to
road.
that. Oh, fuck
The
yes.
Blue Duck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Email access. Where is a happening place is what we're saying.
100%. What did you want to be when you were young? What's one thing you wanted to be when you were young?
Comic book artist.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I wanted to be friends with someone. To be able to look people in the eye.
Yeah, he
And
died.
shared humanity. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he died, so...
Oh, that and a scientist, yeah.
Scientist. Okay,
That's what I meant to say, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's straight from Having a Laugh. Gnomes. Yes, cool,
No.
cool or lame?
Nah, don't dig gnomes.
No, because they don't really do anything cool.
No, you're wrong. They're totally cool.
I don't mind the gnomes that are like tinkerers, they're like, they've got little gears
like
and
D&D gnomes.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, like garden gnomes.
Yeah, well,
Fuck
who's
those.
the coolest garden gnome?
But they're cool. Garden gnomes are cool. And lastly, what's your most used emoji?
Probably the like blushing smiley face.
Okay.
Because I dated a girl who was about to break up with me because I used the normal smiley face all the time.
Yeah.
Because apparently, I mean, I don't know how widespread it is, but certainly in her perspective, Chinese culture, it said that the regular smiley face is like sarcastic, or a fake smile. I was like, oh, well, that is not my experience with it, but all right.
That's not my experience with it either.
This
bitch is just insecure.
I mean, quite likely.
Yeah.
She was dating me.
My smiley face is boring. By the way, smiley face, very millennial.
Yeah.
Emoji.
Yeah.
I'm a millennial, so I just use the laughing, crying face
that's
a lot.
mine.
Yeah.
100% that's mine. Laughing, crying face.
Yeah.
Or just a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that counts. But that's like its own button.
I do like the upside down smiley face and the nerdy smiley face as well.
Oh, and the other one I use a lot lately is the melting smiley face.
Oh.
That's a good one.
What scenario do you use?
When you're faded.
Oh, just if I'm hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like, if I'm embarrassed.
If you're embarrassed.
If I'm embarrassed, like
Like you want to shrink
Yeah.
down.
melt into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I get a message that's really hot, I'll be like, oh, that's hot. Usually
You
it's
don't
food.
use the panting one?
No, usually it's food related.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh god, oh, look at that cheese melt, that sort of thing. So that's probably my most used emoji. All right, cool guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming back. This is I don't know what number episode this is. 70 something.
Oh, yeah. Who knows?
Let's just restart the list. It's number 1 now.
No, it's got to keep going.
Number 1.
No, because I don't.
74.
Okay, cool. So
Well,
this will be 74.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Or like just do a different sort of structure, different formation. This is X1.
Nah. I did think about that. Like, I did think about doing
like season 2.
Season 2, yeah. But I just kind of feel like, that's closing the book on him. And I know he's not coming back, but it's like, I'd rather it just kind of carried on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking...
That's a metaphor.
Is it? Okay, cool.
For the human condition.
Yeah, all right, cool. Now, the good thing is episode 2 is already in the bag.
Right.
So I actually recorded them out of order.
Yeah.
And episode 3 I fucking record on Tuesday. So.
Just put that really shitty one next.
No, I can't. It actually may be in my recycle bin on the computer. I should actually look. But yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming back from number 1.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, by the way, you've been listening to Justin and Morgan.
Yeah, that was never established.
It was never.
You're gonna have to record an intro bit for this.
Nah. Just make people work it out. The ones who know. And the rest can fucking
figure it out.
Everyone go to Comedy Fest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, plug your shows, guys. Plug your shows.
Oh my God. We've got Palmy Comedy Fest coming up the 20th to 30th of March at the Globe Theatre. We've all got individual shows in it.
Yep.
We do.
Justin and I in the How Bazaar. And that's 8 p.m. on the 20th, right?
Yep, you tell him, Morgan.
Yep. Dylan has Explaining Things to God, Drugs, Politics, and Religion.
Yep.
That is on
29th.
Saturday the 29th.
Yep.
And I have Morgan Hunter Bell is not has had enough on Sunday the 30th.
Great fucking name, by the way. Cool.
Yeah, we've also got 23 other shows in amongst that. Like, we've got comedians from all around the country showing up. We got Corey Gonzalez-McCure, Angela Dravid, Barney Duncan, just a whole bunch of awesome people from all around the country.
And don't just be like, oh, I recognize that name, I'm going to go see them.
Yeah.
Fucking explore, because I tell you what, there's one show which I commented on.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, and what was it called?
Funny Woman Far From Home.
Oh, God. That's going to be one I have to go see. Because it's Laura Bruce.
Yeah, Laura Bruce and Somya Hiramath.
Oh, who are just two of the best female comedians in the country.
I mean, legit.
And they're not even in the country right now.
Yeah, legit.
The trouble that so Laura has been bouncing back and forth between Australia, where she's now living. She's just sold a house in New Zealand.
She's a great
and Somya's been back in India.
Oh, true.
And so they haven't actually been in the same place in time in the whole lead up.
Yeah.
And so it's been a struggle trying to get all the logistics going. But we're finally there.
Two amazing comedians. But there's a whole bunch of shows like that.
Yeah.
I mean, legit, if people are listening, I mean, I don't know why I'll be talking to anyone who's not listening. For those who are listening, we do night passes. Some of the best shows that I've went to are like random ones that I was like, oh, okay, I'm already out.
Yeah.
I'll spend $10 more to watch this. You know, each show is only an hour long, right? So just come, watch, watch one show that sticks out to you, and then just go to the other two.
Yeah, stick around for the rest.
Yeah, totally.
20% off for going to all the shows in a given night.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
A lot of my most memorable memories have been from festivals. Have been from Fringe festivals and stuff like that. Random shows, bizarre fucking things where you walk out and you're like, did that just fucking happen?
I also recommend if you're like, oh, I don't know what to go see. Go see there's a late show,
Yeah, so each Friday and Saturday there's a late night lineup.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, which it'll be partly people who are in the fest doing shorter sets. It'll be partly locals who, or even potentially some traveling people who didn't do a full hour show. They just really want to be part of the fest.
Yeah,
and those are always so much fun as well.
Those are great. One of my favorite jokes I ever told, I made up. Fucking on one of those nights while I was emceeing. I was just like, fuck it, I just fucking went down this path, I don't know why, and it was just like, that's one of the best jokes I've ever fucking told.
Yeah.
Festivals are just such a great collection of weirdos, and magic just happens. It just happens.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this lineup. Like, we've got a packed lineup. Like 26 shows, and like, I want to see all of them. Yeah, there's some fucking cool shows. And so the other thing I recommend is, like, don't just go by the name. Read what the show is. Yeah.
because some of the shows, like of course there's comedians you never heard of because they've never been on TV.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they're not good comedians. They're fucking some of the best comedians.
Yes, and
in the country.
even some of these shows that don't have much of a blurb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Coombe and Gran.
Yeah.
I am hyped.
Yeah.
Matt Coombe
Matt
and his
Coombe.
legitimate grandmother, Cheryl Coyle,
Yeah.
are doing a duo show.
As opposed to his illegitimate grandmother.
Well, it could have just been some, some old lady who is a gran.
Some
but
degenerate grandmother.
They might have gone like some, I don't know, Grampy Josephine to do it, and it would have been shit. But instead,
there's not a character. It's his actual grandmother, who is a comic in her own right. They're doing a team-up show. I'm hyped.
Yeah, that should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. So go along, support it, support local and travelling comedy, and some of the tickets are dirt cheap. Mine's only $10.
Yeah, it's the same for us. Yeah,
$10, man.
Yeah.
Come on, you're
Just go
guaranteed
to-
a laugh for $10.
Go to the Comedy Hub Facebook page.
yeah.
There's a bunch of people impersonating us, using our logos and shit. But, Comedy Fest,
Yeah, the
Palmy.
one that has all the events on it. Go to Comedy Hub on Facebook or go to theglobetheatre.co.nz.
Yeah.
Or Event Finder have actually set up a little festival page for us as well, which I didn't know
cool.
they do. That's awesome. So you can just find it on
Wicked.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just
Bye-bye.
ask us.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
ask.
Like if you're listening to this, you know how to reach us.
Yeah. It's not hard. Just fucking message the
Fucking
show.
hell, figure it out, people.
Yeah.
Do we have to do all the work here?
Yeah, is that going to be our next radio ad?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I want some dinner, so let's fucking keep
Yeah,
it.
man.
fuck
I'm just
it.
gonna take a photo of
Let's
you
go.
guys. So just like yeah. Okay, cool. All right, everyone. Thanks. And so next week is my mate Alex, who I do my other podcast with. So she's gonna come in. We're talking about
right.
anxiety and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be fun. All right. Thanks, everyone. Don't jump.
Cheers.